What's up, everybody? I'm Eric Hansen with BackpackingTV. Today we're going to be breaking down my top 5 favorite backpacking meals of all time. Backpacking meals can get a little stale if you only rely upon your dehydrated meals, so I want to be giving you some more options so that you can still enjoy your meals in the backcountry. Before I break this down for you, I'd like to ask a favor to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on those notifications so that you can be constantly hearing from me. Maybe too much. No, just the right amount. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Mystery Ranch. They are making this video series possible here at Backpacking TV. Mystery Ranch makes amazing backpacks, and they can handle everything from the overland firefighter to your military guy, to your backpacker, to just your casual day hiker. So if you need a backpack, please go check out mysteryranch.com for all of your backpacking and backpack needs. Okay, let's get into the video here. Today I'm going to be breaking down my favorite backpacking meals. So some of them are going to be this simple kind of dehydrated meals, but if you're like me and you've been backpacking for years and years, you start to get a little tired of just doing dehydrated meals over and over and over again. And there are a lot of other options that you can do, and I have found some great things that I get just from the grocery store. One, it saves me money. I like buying my food from the grocery store. And two, if you eat days on end of dehydrated meals, sometimes they can start to mess with your stomach and mess with your system a little bit. And I don't like feeling like I have just like a brick in my stomach at all times. So it's great if you're just doing 1 or 2 nights, but if you spend a lot of time in the backcountry, let's learn how to mix it up. Okay, so I'm gonna be going through some of my favorites here, and definitely one of my longtime favorites, this is gonna be number 5 here on my list, is darn good chili. Now, this soup from Bear Creek is really awesome, and I lived off of this for a long time when I was a wilderness guide. This was something that I would cook pretty much every other meal. It's super tasty, and it's really easy and really light. A quick note about this package that you get from the store is a lot of food. What I will typically do is I'll break this in half and just open it up, pour it into 2 Ziploc bags, and space it out, and then 1 Ziploc bag, so half this package is great for a full meal. Now, another quick note about it is that it does recommend that people use tomato paste. However, I never go backpacking with tomato paste. I just use water, and it's totally fine. However, there is a secret ingredient that will be a thread through all of my videos here, and that is these Adele's sausages. I truly love them, and I pretty much add them as a protein source to just about every meal I make. They have a great flavor. They have a lot of like salt and spice and things like that. So just adding that means that I don't need to necessarily bring anything else with me to spice up my meals. So one of my favorites is this plus 1 sausage, one of these Adele's, and you've got yourself a darn good meal there. Okay, quick shout out to my friend Morgan Sjogren, who makes all of her meals just burritos. And that's what she literally lives on 24/7, burritos, burritos, burritos. So my favorite is actually a quesadilla, so slightly different. But I do like to go backpacking with tortillas. Sometimes it's nice to just rip up a tortilla, eat that throughout the day, and then obviously have something that you can throw a bunch of food into for an easy or quick burrito at night. But I truly love, if I'm taking a little pan with me, is to make a darn good quesadilla. So it's super simple. Obviously, everybody knows how to make a quesadilla. Just some cheese, a tortilla, and then some protein here. If I'm feeling crazy, I'll add a little sriracha that I'm carrying with me. One of the things that I do want to note with all these meals is that they are a little bit heavier to carry, but when I spend so much time in the backcountry, I am frankly become willing to carry that extra weight. So these are a little bit more complicated meals, but anyway, this is for people who are getting tired of just doing dehydrated meals over and over and over again. So anyway, cheese, sriracha, Adele sausage, tortilla, that's a really good meal. I love it. It feels satisfying. Okay, now I've just been harping upon getting away from dehydrated meals but yet there is still one of them that lands in my top 5 of all time. This from Good to Go, the Thai curry. Any of their kind of curry flavors or Thai flavors, to me, are just killer. They're so good, and I love them. So this is just the easiest way to keep things still simple, and I love them. They're good. Good to Go is made by somebody, I actually don't know who it is, but there is a real chef behind these meals, and she does a wonderful job of making some delicious backcountry, super easy meals like this. So this lands at number 3 for me on my top 5 list. Okay, number 2 on my top 5 meals list. It's gonna be getting a little bit more elaborate here. This is my Pad Thai. So Pad Thai requires a little bit more chef wizardry than probably most people are willing to do. However, if you are interested in carrying a little bit of extra equipment with you, maybe a pan, and then also some or vegetables, cut up vegetables, this can make a really good meal that feels like you're in the front country. So what I do is I get some rice noodles, and then I actually really like making my own Pad Thai sauce, which is something as simple as peanut butter, add a little bit of water into a pan, and then I usually I don't bring the full bottle, but I'll typically bring like a backpacking size bottle of sriracha. So peanut butter, water, and sriracha. And if you also bring like a little soy sauce packet that you can get from like a sushi restaurant, those are awesome to take with you. And then that makes a really good sauce. And so sometimes on my last backpacking trip to Utah, I took all of this stuff into the backcountry, carried a pre-cut bag of vegetables, of onions and cabbage and cauliflower, and then I added an Adele's sausage in there too. And feel like you're Emerald. You got a dang good meal there. So I love that. Pad Thai, number 2 on my list. What could possibly be number 1, aside from the fact that I've been giving it away this whole time as it's been sitting up here? But Annie's mac and cheese. But not just that, I call it Fancy Mac because I also, like pretty much all of these meals, I'm gonna be doing a little bit extra, going above and beyond just putting noodles in a pot and then adding the powdered cheese. So what I do with my mac and cheese is I like backpacking with some cut up onions, some cut up garlic, some cut up jalapeno. What I'll typically do is just add that in, cut those up at home, add it into a Ziploc bag, and then I backpack with that. And especially for like your first night, so you're not necessarily carrying it for 3, 4, 5 days in a row, but doing that for night number 1, it's an awesome way to kick off your backcountry experience. Adding that, add some Adele's sausage here, add some sriracha, and my, oh my, it is my favorite. Fancy mac and cheese. Thank you so much for making my life better. You're coming in at number 1 on my list of my top 5 backcountry meals of all time. Okay, that's it. That's super simple. I think that these are awesome for everybody, especially beginners. But if you spend a lot of time in the backcountry, the grocery store is a great way to add cheapness and diversity to your meals so that it doesn't feel the same over and over and over again. This is a subject I'm sure that a lot of people out there have some good opinions on, and I want to hear from you. I want to learn, I want to diversify my repertoire as well. So if you've got a favorite, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to try it out on an upcoming trip of mine. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, if you found a little nugget or tasty treat, so to speak, out of the video. And yeah, stick around for more because we will have more great tip videos coming your way soon. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Eric Hansen. I'll see you later.